In one of the most intense bombing campaigns of the Russia-Ukraine war, Russian forces believed they had obliterated Ukraine's fleet of Bradley fighting vehicles in Sumy Oblast. They were gravely mistaken, and this error has proven costly. Today, we'll explore the clash near Andriivka, Russia's mounting strategic and economic challenges, Ukraine's resilient counter-offensive, and the broader implications for the conflict. Buckle up, this is a story of missteps, resilience, and shifting tides. The battleground, Sumy Oblast and Andriivka. Strategic location, Andriivka, a village in Ukraine's Sumy Oblast near the Russian border, has been a hotspot of relentless fighting. Its proximity to Russia makes it a critical point of contention. Ukraine's 2024 offensive. Last year, Ukraine controlled Andriivka and surrounding villages, leveraging its dominance in Sumy to launch audacious cross-border raids into Russia's Kursk Oblast. At its peak, Ukraine held hundreds of square miles of Russian territory, adopting Russia's own playbook of territorial aggression and delivering a humiliating blow to Vladimir Putin. Russia's response. By early 2025, Russia redirected forces to reclaim Kursk, pushing Ukraine out. Emboldened, Russian troops launched a counter-offensive into Sumy Oblast, but with a glaring weakness: a severe shortage of combat vehicles. Russia's equipment crisis. A crippled war machine. Staggering losses. According to Oryx, a trusted open-source intelligence tracker, Russia has lost over 3,700 tanks, 7,500 armored vehicles, hundreds of missile launches, and thousands of transport vehicles. Losses verified by photo or video evidence. Ukraine's armed forces claim even higher numbers: over 10,000 tanks, 20,000 armored vehicles, 22,000 artillery systems, hundreds of planes and helicopters, 23,000 drones, and 3,000 cruise missiles. The true figures likely lie between these estimates, but the scale of Russia's losses is undeniable. Economic fallout. Each T-9OM tank costs millions, and armored vehicles like the Tiger or BMP-2 are valued at hundreds of thousands. These losses strain Russia's economy, already battered by sanctions and the threat of US tariffs. Putin's announcement of 2026 military budget cuts underscores the Kremlin's desperate bid to avoid a recession. Desperate measures. Russia has tripled T-9OM production and pulled decades-old Soviet-era vehicles from storage, refurbishing them for combat. However, as US military correspondent David Axe notes, citing analyst Mocklison on X, Russia's vehicle losses are catastrophic. Mocklison observed that in Sumy Oblast, Russia lost just one MRAP, with troops relying on foot, bikes, or quads. He wrote, in 40 months of hard fighting, Russia has lost around 13,000 tanks, infantry fighting vehicles, armored personnel carriers, and MRAPs equivalent to its entire pre-invasion fleet. Civilian vehicles, cars, trucks, golf carts, motorcycles, and scooters now account for 90% of monthly losses, signaling a demechanized army. Manpower over machines. Despite equipment shortages, Russia maintains a 1.3 million strong army through aggressive recruitment. The Kremlin offers cash incentives up to $40,000, enacted a 160,000-man draft in April 2025, and expects 30,000 North Korean troops. It also coerces Central Asian migrants into special migrant units for the deadliest frontlines. This aligns with Putin's goal of a 1.5 million-strong army, second only to China. With over 1 million casualties, 250,000 killed, 750,000 injured, Russia recruits 30,000 troops monthly to replace losses, treating soldiers as expendable. Russia's flawed strategy. Bombing and retreat. Aerial bombardment. To compensate for its lack of vehicles, Russia relies on its air force, which, despite losses in Ukraine's June 1st Operation Spiderweb and other strikes, remains formidable with 10 times Ukraine's warplanes. Russian planes drop up to 100 CAB UMPK glide bombs daily, aiming to destroy Ukrainian vehicles and into deployments. Sumy campaign. In a recent offensive near Andriivka, Alexeyevka, and Kindrativka, Russia unleashed a barrage of CAB bombs, targeting suspected Bradley vehicle caches in a tree line. Mocklison reported on X that Russian brigades, including the 30th and 22nd Motorized Rifle Regiments and 40th Marines, were struggling, with some units at risk of encirclement. Ukraine's countermeasure, Ukraine's deployment of radio jammers, has disrupted Russian bomb guidance, rendering many ineffective. A Russian pilot on the fighter bomber Telegram channel admitted bombs are missing. Satellite-guided systems are useless due to portable and mobile EW stations saturating the front line. It now takes 8 to 16 bombs to hit a target, a sharp decline. Inefficacy. The turning point. Believing they had destroyed Ukraine's Bradleys, Russian troops advanced, only to be outmaneuvered. Ukraine's 79th and 95th Air Assault Brigades and 225th Assault Regiment, equipped with US-supplied Bradleys, Strykers, and German Marders, flanked the vehicle-less Russians near Andriivka. The Russians fled northeast, abandoning their positions and losing control of key Sumy areas. Ukraine's strategic edge. Western support. Ukraine's arsenal is bolstered by allies. The US has delivered over 300 Bradleys and hundreds of Strykers. The UK provided 120 Mastiff vehicles, and Germany supplied dozens of Marders. These vehicles give Ukraine a significant advantage over Russia's depleted forces. Bradley's prowess. As the National Interest notes, the Bradley has earned legendary status among Ukrainian fighters. Its 25mm Bushmaster chain gun, tow missiles, reinforced armor, and cross-country mobility make it ideal for urban combat and ambushes, allowing Ukraine to patrol front lines and strike decisively. Tactical success. The Ukrainian Center for Defense Strategies highlights that counterattacks in Sumy Oblast have disrupted Russia's advance, freeing areas like Andriivka and Andriivka. Ukraine's prudent use of vehicles, unlike Russia's reckless losses, maximizes their impact. The bigger picture. Russia's mounting challenges. Strategic disadvantages. Russia's reliance on manpower and civilian vehicles slows advances and leaves troops vulnerable. Ukrainian-American correspondent David Kirichenko notes, it's much harder to achieve a big and beautiful breakthrough without armored support. Economic and political pressure. Putin's budget cuts and the looming threat of US tariffs exacerbate Russia's economic woes. In a surprising move, US President Donald Trump announced a major aid package for Ukraine, including Patriot missiles, and issued a 50-day ultimatum for Russia to negotiate peace or face crippling tariffs on its economy and allies. Ukraine's resilience. Despite losses, Ukraine's careful tactics and Western aid have shifted the momentum. After 3 years of slow Russian gains, such as capturing Luhansk, Ukraine's ability to delay and disrupt pushes Russia toward negotiations. Historical context. The war's evolution. Russia's early advantage. Early in the war, Russia's tanks, artillery, and air force gave it a significant edge. Its bomb-first, assault-after strategy, described by Ukraine's deep state on March 23, 2024, as a miracle weapon, allowed territorial gains. Ukraine's adaptation. Ukraine's development of electronic warfare (EW) capabilities, particularly radio jammers, neutralized Russia's glide bombs, forcing a strategic rethink. This technological edge, combined with Western vehicles, has leveled the playing field. Global implications. The conflict's outcome affects global security. NATO's potential response to Russian aggression, such as plans for Kaliningrad if Russia targets civilian aircraft, underscores the stakes. Meanwhile, Russia's loss of allies, with even close neighbors distancing themselves, isolates Putin further. A shifting tide. Russia's misjudged bombing campaign in Sumy Oblast exposed its dwindling resources and strategic errors. Ukraine's resilient counterattacks, bolstered by Western vehicles and advanced jammers, have turned the tide, reclaiming territory and stalling Russia's offensive. As economic pressures and international ultimatums mount, Putin faces a narrowing path to victory. Ukraine's ability to endure and adapt could force Russia to the negotiating table. For more on this evolving conflict, watch our videos on Russia's fracturing alliances or NATO's Kaliningrad contingency plans. Subscribe for trusted, in-depth updates